Welcome back to this course. This is Module 7, where we'll be discussing privacy and legal consideration in smart home automation. So it's very straightforward. When you are doing your smart home, you have to consider some factors. You have to, okay, so all these factors to be considered. Number one, data security risk. You know, risk of hackers because these guys are online. All these devices are online. They're open to attacks. That's why it's good to use a very secured encryption method. And like I used to say to my students, always ensure that you have separate network for your smart devices that all of them connect to. In fact, you can even make the SSID not visible. It won't be the broadcasting. Nobody will be seeing the SSID, but the devices are connected to it. So to avoid somebody breaking your network and connecting to your network and seeing your cameras, talking to your devices and all right. So also you have to ensure that your cameras are not seeing somebody's privacy, maybe another compound or another neighbor's privacy or facility is very important because they can sue you for that, which is unauthorized surveillance. CCTV camera may invade privacy if not properly positioned. All right. So next compound, next neighbor should be protected. Their privacy should be protected in the sense that your camera should not be pointing towards their compound to avoid any litigations. All right, then cloud storage risk because this thing, like I said, they are on the cloud also, or you can subscribe to cloud services. So you are open to data breaches, you know, and they are vulnerable. So this thing has to be well considered before setting up a system. All right. Then user consent and legal requirements, for recording and storage also has to be considered when you are setting up your system. You have to let people know that you are recording their video and their voice. All right. So you won't be sued in some certain scenario cases. Then also the best practices we have is always place your camera, always place disclosure sign for CCTV. Let people know that there's a CCTV camera in this area. There's camera watching everywhere. So let them know, let them be aware. All right. And also avoid installing devices in private spaces. Don't invade people's privacy, maybe like a toilet or restroom. That's a maybe and be in some certain part of the world. They just install camera in some private restroom and all to be seeing their guests. It's not ethical at all. It's not ethical. So you have to avoid all that. All right. When you're setting up your solution, then use secure network and encryption method for smart home devices and firmware. All right. You have to use the WPA2 and ensure you use the best security available on your router to prevent unauthorized access to your devices. Okay, let's go straight to the next one, which is all right. So let's talk about ways to secure your smart devices and the CCTV system from attackers. All right, like I said, use strong password, use very strong password, and change default password. Some people like to use default password for their settings. They don't change the default password, which is usually admin. So it's not very nice. Change it to something else. So in case even somebody gain access to your network, with your authority, they won't be able to access your equipment on the network. So it's very important. And also enable two-factor authentication. We all know two-factor authentication. We'll enable it on our phone, either using code to your email or code to your via SMS to your phone. And also ensure you update your firmware regularly to ensure that all the security issues has been resolved by your product manufacturers by uh, upgrading the patches. All right. Then also restrict access to your network. Like I said, you can have two SSID, one for your guest and one for your devices, in the sense that your guests can connect to their own network to access the internet in your homes. Even your kids, they should have a separate network. Then your smart devices should have a separate network that nobody else can connect to. All right. So if somebody comes to visit you, give them the guest network access, not the one that has your smart devices connected to it. All right. These are the ways you can secure your smart devices for against hackers and attackers. Is very 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 important. Then if you discuss at this level with your clients, you'll be able to uh, gain their confidence. They will know that this person know what he's talking about, and you know how to implement all these solutions and strategies. All right. Security is a very huge industry, and as you are trying to secure your clients, people are trying to attack them from different angles. So your job, as a system integrator, is to advise your client on the best ways to secure the network, right? When we get to the practical stage, we're going to be showing you the practical areas on how to configure, how to set up all this wireless and security on your system, on your network. Okay, so this is the end of module 7, all right? End of module 7, and we'll see you in the next module. Thank you.